أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وما ذرأ لكم في الأرض مختلفا ألوانه إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يذكرون. Alhamdulillah, we've met again on our new session, our new episode. And before we start our session, as you can see, my table is very neatly organized. Remember, I always keep on telling you, be organized, be neat. Don't mix your colors and brushes. And also remember, before you start any work, before or after you finish any work, always make sure you wash your brush. This is the pot on where I keep my brushes. You should also find one for you. On our last episode, we mixed colors. Alhamdulillah, from the colors mentioned in the Holy Quran, we mixed colors. We used them to come up with the secondary colors. We started with Azraq and Asfar, color blue and yellow. We came up with color green, which we named it Akhbar. Then after that, I gave you an assignment. You find for me what is the name of color gray, which we mixed it, which was the product of color black and white, Abiyad and Aswad. Then later on, we mixed color orange, which was an end product of color yellow and color red, Asfarun and Ahmarun. That brought up a product of color orange. So inshallah ta'ala, today we will mix colors, different colors, to come up with the other secondary colors, the most common secondary colors. And inshallah ta'ala, we will start by mixing color pink. You know, the girls must be happy now that we're mixing color pink. Pink is called Zahri in Arabic, and it's simple. You just add a little bit of Ahmarun. Make sure it's very, very little bit of Ahmar, red. My palette already has water, so I'll just mix the red and water. Make sure you mix. Remember, the paints we are using are acrylic. You can use any brand you prefer. It shouldn't be the brand that I'm using. You have the freedom to choose any brand, but make sure it's acrylic paint. After mixing red with water, which is Ahmar, you take white, Abiyadun. We'll add plenty of whites than Abiyad, than Ahmar, red, so that we make color pink, Zahari. As usual, mix, mashallah. This is Zahari, pink. So it depends on which color, which pink you want. If you want it much more darker, you put a little bit of white and the opposite, much of red. If you want a lighter shade of pink, you put a little bit of red and plenty of white, like I have done. This is a good color, mashallah, Zahri. I know girls must be happy now. Mashallah, this is color pink. Make sure you follow step after step. So that is color pink, Zahari. The next color, inshallah, we are going to mix is color blue. Color purple, afwan. And purple is a mixture of blue, Azrakun. Remember, my palette already has water in it, so yours also should be like that. Then you mix your Azrakun blue with water. Azrakun blue, don't forget. Do you remember which surah we said it's mentioned in the Holy Quran? Okay, me, I do, so should you. This is Azrakun, color blue, and we want a product of purple, so we'll use red to mix it with blue, then we will get purple. MashaAllah. Do you see? This is purple. We call purple laylaki in Arabic. Remember, these are secondary colors. Purple is a mixture of red and blue. It's called laylaki. I know you must be wondering, what is this thing on my left hand side? Just be patient and I will explain to you what is it. Now let's just concentrate on mixing colors. So we've mixed Zahari, pink, and Laylaki, purple. So the next color, inshallah ta'ala, this will be our last secondary color that we are mixing on our episode. It will be color brown. Brown is a tricky color to mix, but inshallah we will try to mix it. So brown, you use asfarun. Mix it with water. Inshallah. Remember, these paints are acrylic paints. Then you add some azrakun, which is blue. Then you mix. Do you remember on our first episode of mixing colors, when you mix azrak and asfar, it gave you akhbar, which is green. But now we'll add another color to make it turn to brown. Which is color red, ahmarun. So there goes a shade of brown. Maybe mine is too dark brown. You can add a little bit of yellow so that you come up with the perfect brown that you wish for or that you prefer. And there it goes. Brown. How do we call brown in Arabic? Oh. MashaAllah. This is a very good shade of brown. If you add a little bit of white on this, then maybe we will have a better shade of our mosque Masjid Al-Huda. So this is brown. It is called bunni in Arabic. Bunni is color brown in Arabic. So alhamdulillah, by now we've learned how to mix colors to come up with secondary colors. We started with green, akhbar, we came to gray, we came to orange. Today we've learned pink, which we call it zahari. We've learned purple, which is laylaki, and the last color we've mixed today is color brown, which is a mixture of yellow, red, and blue. It gives you bunni, brown. So for those who are curious of what's standing next to me, on our last episode, we mentioned that inshallah today we will learn a thing or two about canvas. And what is a canvas? Inshallah, we'll learn a thing or two about a canvas. Whatever you're seeing in front of you, this is a stand and a canvas, a stretched canvas. Canvas is usually material. Some call it a piece of cloth. It's a material, very specific type of material that is used for painting. And once you have the canvas, you assemble your woods on the measurements that you prefer. Then after that, you stretch your canvas on the wood. You will come with an end product of this. And this is what we call a canvas mostly. And inshallah ta'ala, we will try to paint on it. So this canvas that we have in front of us is already primed. Before applying any sort of paints, the normal paints that we know, you have to give it an undercoat, which we've already applied. So make sure you also do that. The undercoat is readily available at any store that has stationaries for art. Make sure you buy one. Then after that, inshallah, you stretch the canvas, you prime it, then you'll end up with a product like this. Then inshallah, after that, now you can start to paint a solid pattern or a solid art with me today, inshallah ta'ala. As I said earlier, I like several colors, and I really like black. Though people think of it as very terrifying colors, but I like it. It's usually outstanding. Take a look at the Kaaba. It's very, very beautiful. So we'll assume this is our Kaaba, and we will paint the whole of it black. That should be easy and fun. Make sure you follow the steps, and make sure you don't lag behind. I'll just find me clean water. So that I can mix my color black. And as you can see today, I have a stand of brushes. So I won't use this normal brush that we have been using. We'll use a bigger brush so that it covers a good surface area when painting. You don't waste a lot of time. While using the small brush, you waste a lot of time, but when you use a bigger brush, you minimize the time that you're going to use. So there is a little bit of water here. Then the first thing you should do, always make sure that you don't dirtify your floor. Make sure your floor is neat even after applying your paint on the canvas. So you can start anywhere. You can start here, you can start here, but what you're supposed to do, make sure you go on a particular direction. Remember, I've told you that I have already primed my color, my canvas. As you can see, I'm going on one direction. I'm not fiddling my brush around the canvas. Or I'm not going up and down, left or right, no. I'm just using one pattern, one flow. Take it easy, don't rush. This is the main part of painting. This is like the background of what you're supposed to paint. So you should make sure that it is always neat, well done. Don't rush. Take your time. So we are done painting our canvas, and the beauty of acrylic paint is that it dries up fast. Within 3 to 5 minutes it will be already dried. So that's the beauty of acrylic paint. Alhamdulillah, we've managed to learn a bit of painting on a canvas, a solid paint, which we've learned that you should not fiddle around your brush, you should not mix your brush strokes. If you've decided to go left to right, it's preferable, it's good than mixing your brush strokes, because when it dries up, it might show the effect of your brush strokes. So it's better if you decided to go right to left, you use that. If you decided to go up, down, then you should do that. And inshallah ta'ala, this will be the end of our lesson today. And I hope you're enjoying. I hope inshallah ta'ala we'll be together next time on our next episode. Don't forget to wash your brush. Always stay neat, as Islam like neatness. Al-Islamu nadifun. You should be clean. Fatanaddafu. If you're not clean, then you might miss out the chance of entering paradise. Always always remember to be neat. Place your brush accordingly. And remember also, when you're done, wash your palette. If you don't wash your palette, then your paint will stick on it and you won't like that. Inshallah ta'ala, until we meet again on our next episode.